Is someone sharing?
Event people, kindly help, ma'am.
Because it says I'm not able to share. Let me see.
Just wait. Yeah.
Can you see my slides?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We can see. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So thank you one and all for being here for this my talk, and good evening. And I'm really I would like to give my thanks to the Dr. Banshi Sabu and the organizing committee of RSSDI for allowing me to talk on diabetes and metabolic disorders, lessons learned from ICMR in DIAB study. ICMR India Diabetes Study, for short ICMR in DIAB, is funded by Indian Council of Medical Research, New Delhi, and Department of Health Research, Ministry of Health, Government of India. The main primary objective of this study is to determine the national prevalence of diabetes and pre-diabetes, and by estimating the state-wise prevalence of the same, and to determine the prevalence of hypertension and dyslipidemia in urban and rural India, to determine the prevalence of CAD among subjects with and without diabetes, and to assess the levels of diabetes control among self-reported diabetes. 1 minute. Yes. So the study design is cross-sectional door-to-door survey. And we have studied individuals aged 20 years and above from all the states of India and the Union Territories. So the ICMR India study, we have covered 27 states, 2 Union Territories, Chandigarh and Puducherry, and National Capital Territory of Delhi. And we have recruited 4,000 representative samples from each state or Union Territories, and which included 1,200 urban and 2,800 rural. This is the largest epidemiological study on diabetes in India, which has sampled over 1,13,043 individuals. So moving on to the prevalence of diabetes, we have seen that we have given the weighted prevalence here, and we can see that there is so much of variation in prevalence of diabetes, ranging from 4.3 in Bihar to 13.6 in Chandigarh. You can see that Tamil Nadu, actually these states were done in a phased manner. So there are several phases included due to logistic problems. So the weighted prevalence here, we have shown the rural and urban, similar to, as I said, it is increasing, it is different in various states, but you can see the in Jharkhand, it ranges from 3% in the rural area. And for urban, it is Arunachal Pradesh, starting from 5.8 to 14.2 in Chandigarh, and Tripura is the highest with pre-diabetes. With the diabetes, it is 15.5 in the urban areas. But one thing you can see that the prevalence of diabetes is high in urban compared to rural in all the states. Based on the prevalence of diabetes, we calculated the burden of diabetes in adults in a population of India, which is working out to 77.8 million. We also stratified the prevalence of diabetes based on GDP, and you can see that all the states which have higher GDP have higher prevalence of diabetes. Here you can see Bihar has the least, and you can see that prevalence is 4.3. Like for Chandigarh, it is 13.6, which has the highest GDP per capita. Moving on to the prevalence based on socioeconomic status. Here you can see in the urban areas where I have circled, the prevalence of diabetes is higher among low socioeconomic status in the states of Chandigarh, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and in the northeastern states of Tripura and Manipur. So when you go to rural, you can see that all the states, you can see the diabetes prevalence are higher among high socioeconomic status. Glycemic control was also assessed among the individuals with self-reported diabetes. This we found that around 30 to 35% of them had good control of diabetes, that is HbA1c less than 7. However, you can see that 45%, nearly 45% in urban, rural as well, had an HbA1c more than or equal to 8%. Management was also assessed among all these self-reported individuals, self-reported diabetes in India, and we found that around 80% of them were using OHA for management, while only 3.1% were using insulin, whether be urban or rural area. The rest 10% is for OHA plus insulin in the urban, 7.8 in rural. And we can see that diet also was advised in a small proportion. When self-monitoring was assessed, we found that men were doing monitoring better compared to women. You can see in both urban and as well as rural that men were doing SMBG monitoring better compared to the women. That is 22.1% in urban compared to 16.9%. It's similar, actually, there was not much difference in the rural area where it was 12.5 and 12 in the counterparts. Pre-diabetes was assessed and we found that Mizoram had the least, that is 6%, and it ranged to around 14.6% in both Tripura and Chandigarh. Seeing this huge burden in the coming years, we can say that we can expect more diabetes, conversion of pre-diabetes to diabetes coming up. Moving on to other metabolic NCD studied in the ICMR INDIAB study. Going to obesity, we assessed both generalized and abdominal obesity, and we found that the women had higher generalized obesity in urban as well as rural areas. The overall prevalence in women was 23.7 compared to 19.7 in the men. Similarly, abdominal obesity, you can see in urban, more than 50% of the adults, women studied in urban areas have abdominal obesity. 38.8% overall had women had abdominal obesity compared to 20.3%. Even in rural, it is catching up. See, you can see 33% of women have abdominal obesity. Now going to hypertension, we found that 26% overall had hypertension, but we have detected 23.4% in urban and 19.6% in rural areas. They are newly diagnosed hypertensive individuals. See, you can see the total hypertension is higher in urban areas, 31.4 compared to 23.9 in the rural areas. So we can see all metabolic disorders being higher in urban areas. Prevalence of dyslipidemia, the components were studied, where we found low HDL to be around 70%, more than 70% in urban as well as rural. You can see hypercholesterolemia, hypertriglyceridemia, as well as high HDL were significantly higher in urban compared to the rural areas. We have many studies coming up, and many of them, many data showing that migration, urbanization, globalization are all being risk factors for NCDs, which include diabetes. So we assess the effect of internal migration on diabetes and metabolic abnormalities in India using the participants from ICMR INDIAB study. So this pie chart shows the distribution of non-migrants and migrants in the study population, where you can see around nearly 66% were non-migrant rural dwellers and 19.4% were non-migrant urban dwellers. 8.4% were rural to urban migrants, and 3.8 were multiple migrants. They either migrated in between to rural, they went back to urban, so they came back that way. And only 2% were urban to rural migrants. So here, this slide shows you the prevalence of various metabolic disorders, diabetes and disorders in migrants and non-migrant urban and rural dwellers. So you can see diabetes 14.7% in the rural to urban migrants, 34.8 hypertension, 36.2 and 50.5 abdominal obesity among rural urban migrants. Everywhere this abdominal obesity is standing out. You can see that. And you can see that urban to rural migrants also there was significantly higher prevalence. Like 47% had abdominal obesity. See, we also found that as the years of migration increased, that is to rural to urban, there was an increasing trend in prevalence of diabetes, abdominal obesity, hypertension, and as well as generalized obesity. You can see that as the years, the migration is more than 10 years, abdominal obesity is seen as 55% there. And both generalized and hypertension are around 40%, and diabetes around 18.1% when the year of migration is over 10 years. We found that there's a risk that is 1.2 times risk for hypertension, 1.6 times risk for generalized obesity, 1.8 and 1.9 for abdominal obesity and diabetes among rural to urban migrants compared to rural dwellers. We wanted to see what are the risk factors which are contributing to the explaining the diabetes prevalence, high prevalence in these states. So we did this partial population attributable risk, and we found that risk factors, five risk factors, that is abdominal and generalized obesity, hypertension, physical inactivity, and low fruit and vegetable intake, that is less than 2 servings per day, could explain nearly 70% of diabetes in the population in the rural to urban migrants, while 66% could be explained for non-migrant urban dwellers, those who lived in urban areas throughout their lifetime. So what are the lessons you learned for the nation from the ICMR INDIAB study? The prevalence of diabetes is high in both urban and rural areas. Explosion in diabetes is inevitable with increasing prevalence of diabetes. As I said, in the coming years, it would increase. Only a third of those with diabetes have an HbA1c less than 7%. Only 16% of known diabetic individuals reported doing SMBG, where monitoring is the key for management of diabetes. Only 16% follow that. Insulin use is extremely low. Prevalence of hypertension, obesity, and dyslipidemia are high in all regions studied. Overall, 10.8% were migrants, that is either they migrated from rural to urban or vice versa. Rural urban migrants had higher prevalence rates of diabetes, hypertension, and abdominal obesity compared to their non-migrant rural counterparts. The risk for diabetes were 2 times higher in rural urban migrants compared to non-migrant rural dwellers. As I said, the 5 risk factors together explain nearly 70% of diabetes among rural urban migrants. So to conclude, the results from the ICMR study have important implications for cities and health systems, especially in a developing country like India. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.